I know you're getting ready to fight, the first of next month, or the 4th of June, first week of the month. Um, Tell us how everything's going as far as your training camp is concerned and your health, and how do you feel?
Good. Health is good. Weight is excellent, and my training camp has gone really good, and just every day been improving, and I've been training for a long time for this fight, and everything seems to be perfect.
Okay. And where have you been spending your training camp, and with who?
I train out of San Diego. I train at a Victory MMA. I cross-train with Alliance MMA and the arena guys as well. But most of my coaches are at Victory MMA. Actually, all of my coaches are at Victory MMA.
Okay. As far as your time over at Alliance at Arena, who specifically have you worked over there? And I guess you're cross-training with those two gyms. Have you just been using those places for more sparring partners, or what's the deal there?
Yeah, sparring partners. I go there to mix it up, with wrestling and just get different looks. I like to go over there and at times I'll help Dominic Cruz and Aaron Beach and a lot of the guys over there. It's a cool gym to be at. A lot of fighters are over there. They're all got the same goals, and it's just a variety of mixture over there. And always good vibes. They always welcome me there, and I always have fun. And as far as the arena, you got KJ Noons, Joe Duarte, Chris Cope, and a couple other guys in and out of there that are elite fighters as well. So it's always good to cross-train, and I still look to do some more traveling in the future, just, during like off-season, off-camp, going up and down the coast of Cali and keep training with good people.
Okay, sounds good. Now, this fight specifically, you were originally scheduled to face Jonathan Brookins. You got switched off, and now you're fighting Danny Downs. What were your thoughts when you first heard that Brookins had to pull out of the fight, and you got the replacement of Downs?
Nothing. I didn't think anything of it. I was just hoping that I still get a fight and a good opponent as well. I was hoping to stay on the main card and get a good opponent, but everything happens for a reason, and just take it for what it is. And I got a chance to talk with Brookins, and he's a real cool guy. His eye did seem pretty bad, and he couldn't continue. And that's no problem. I got a guy that jumped in and is willing to try to take me on, and look forward to June 4th with putting an ass whooping on Danny Downs now.
Okay, what do you think about him as an opponent, and how is he different from Brookins?
I think he's a wolf in sheepskin. He doesn't look like much, and a lot of people are kind of putting him out. This guy's not tough and this and that. I don't really like to hear that. I don't want to take him lightly, and I don't think he's meant to be taken lightly. And as far as I look at it, he's got nothing to lose, which makes him more of a dangerous opponent than Brookins. This kid has nothing to lose at all and everything to gain. And that makes him very dangerous. And he trains with a tough camp and good training partners over there at Duke Rufus's camp. A guy that I have come in is Eric Koch, one of his teammates. He's came and trained with me a couple times. So I know he's going to be tough, but I think just everything he's good at, I'm better at. And I've been training for a long time, and he's jumping in on a short notice. I think I have a lot of momentum going my way. And I'm a finisher, and I don't see him as being a finisher or a top guy, so I'm definitely not taking him lightly. But I'm going to go in there and I'm going to put it on him.
Okay. Did it throw any type of wrench in your training camp though? With late notice having to prepare for somebody else who maybe stylistically is a little bit different than your original opponent?
That doesn't really play an effect. I'm a fighter. I like to fight. I'll fight anybody, and I train hard, and I don't just train for a specific style. I'm mixing it up and training all areas of the game and working on areas. So I'm a fighter. I fight, and I work with that diversity, and I'm able to adapt a lot. And that's the good thing about me is through life I've had to adapt in a lot of situations. So it really is not a problem for me.
Okay, good to hear. Let me ask you this too. Your last fight was against Marcus Davis at UFC 125 back in January. That was a fight where you had a little bit of adversity there in the openings. It was a real closely contested fight. In the third round, you were able to catch him and knock him out. What did you learn about yourself in that fight, and what did you take away that you've learned from and improved upon yourself and your fighting style?
One thing about me is I never give up, and going in, fighting is only 15 minutes in that octagon, and to me, I don't want to look back on life and say, hey, man, I didn't give it my all in that 15 minutes. I want to go in there and the whole 15 minutes and put it on and give people exciting shows and continue to have my job in UFC. So, I learned, I don't ever give up. That's something that I don't do, but I also took from that, I need to jump up from the get-go and put it on them. I had a tendency in my past to be a slow starter, and one thing that I've been working on is to get more aggressive in the first, second, and third round and keep pushing the pace and upping the pace, but coming out strong is what I really been working on as of late, to be just as aggressive as I was in the third round with Davis all throughout the fight. And I'm able to keep a more relentless pace now, and I'm able to jump on my opponents and my sparring partners right off the get-go, and just to simulate as in the fight, I need to jump off right off tops, and hopefully that'll lead to more finishes and more early finishes and putting people away faster as well. And if it does go into the third round, I'm looking to take that guy out and kill him in that third round. To me, if you hit the third round, it's do or die. Whether I'm up or down, it's do or die on the third round.
Okay. This is going to be your 11th fight in the UFC. Most guys don't make it to 10 fights. A lot of people can't even make it to their fourth fight in the UFC. What does it mean to you to be making your 11th appearance in the UFC? I mean, you've basically solidified yourself on the lightweight roster. You're a staple of the promotion. How does that feel?
That's pretty cool that you put it that way. I just love my life, man, and love my job, and love everything about the UFC. They've continued to keep treating me better, and all. I mean, that goes for all the fighters as well. Everything gets better and better with these guys, and we're traveling more places now. I've got to travel the world, and without them, I don't think I'd have ever been able to do that and live my dream, and be pretty much part of a have like celebrity status type deal, for us. And they really open a lot of doors for me, and they keep taking care of me. So I just want to keep continuing with UFC and giving them the best fights and giving them my all. I jumped in this game a long time ago to go for it all. I'm going all in. I'm not giving them 70%. I'm giving them 100%, and they've been doing that for me as well, as far as bonuses and taking care of me and my family. So it's been a great ride, and I continue to get better and stronger as I go on.
Awesome. Very cool. Now I know you were at the Fighter Summit. We actually posted your video blogs from the summit on our website. Tell me what you thought. Tell me what you thought about that whole Fighter Summit thing. They announced a couple cool things. The Twitter bonuses, and then of course earlier in the week the fighter insurance. What are your thoughts on that, and how the UFC is starting to take care of you guys more?
Yeah, that's amazing. They're taking care of insurance. A lot of these guys, man, they go into fights injured and fight through injuries, and they'll continue to do so. And that's cool that the UFC is taking care of us in that aspect of the game. And from what I've learned, in the past going to the UFC summits is taking care of my taxes, getting self-incorporated, and taking advantage of marketing myself and establishing myself as a person who needs to make as much money as I can in this game, because fighting doesn't last forever. And eventually I got goals. I want my own gym, and I want my black belt and stuff like that. So I've been working in all areas of the game, and it's always good to get like a reset button every time we go to the UFC summit. It's like a reality check. Make sure our taxes are doing fine, and that marketing ourselves is very key. And that's pretty cool that they teach us stuff like that, because as you know, most fighters whether it's boxing, MMA, or whatever, don't really last financially. Shit, I don't think 98% of these fighters last, throughout the year. So definitely trying to take advantage of what they're teaching us, and it's it's kind of boring sometimes when you're in there, but they do show us some cool stuff, and I try to take advantage every time that I'm there to market myself and do everything they tell me to do, so that I can set myself up for success in the future.
Okay. Now, you mentioned, I'm just going to touch on this real briefly, the aspect of marketing yourself. I've noticed this, and maybe I'm wrong in saying this, but it doesn't seem like you don't do like a lot of press. You're not one of these guys that is in the press like a Rashad Evans, who's like in the press like every single day on a new interview, on a new campaign to target fighters or trash talk or anything like that. What is it about you that separates you from that crowd who does that?
I don't like to trash talk nobody or anything like that. That's not the person I am. I was raised a lot better than that. I don't need to call out anybody or do I have a grudge against anybody. But as far as interviews, I'm willing to do interviews all day if people ask me and stuff. But other than that, I just mind my own business, and I train hard, and I'm in the gym, and I'm taking care of my family. As far as being in the limelight, I always tell people, when, like friends that ask me to go out on a Friday night when I'm training, I just always tell them, hey, it's not my time to shine, and my time will come. So I'm always just looking for those moments of when I'm in that octagon to make my moment there and get as many followers and publicity that way instead of being on this trash talking gig where that just kind of disrespect myself if I was to do that, and how's my daughter? My daughters and my family gonna look up to me as a leader if I'm leading them, people to believe that I'm some trash talking, fool. I don't want to be known that way. I'd rather be wise and just tame my tongue and in my own business and do what I do best, which is fight.
Okay, awesome, good answer. A few more questions, Jeremy, and I'll let you go. One question would be, in the climate that's now the UFC with Zuffa purchasing Strikeforce. You mentioned that you spent time over at Arena where KJ Noons trains. He's a Strikeforce contracted fighter in the lightweight division. I wanted to know, in your personal assessment of training with KJ, what do you think about his skill set, and is it comparable with the guys in the UFC that you face?
Man, KJ is an awesome guy, man. He's a good training partner, and man, the guy's a beast. He's got a good experience, and he's a real tough dude. And the thing I like about KJ is he has fun with what he does. He definitely works hard and has fun, and he gets after it. He's a definition of a fighter, and he seems to be getting better every day. Every time we spar, he's getting better and better, and I think he's a great guy to have around, especially on my team. The guy, you don't really find too many sparring partners that are kicking your ass, or putting it on, and we definitely get in there and get after it and push each other and trade techniques and stuff like that. So he's definitely a good guy to have around, and it's been a pleasure working with him so far.
Okay, so in your opinion, if Strikeforce eventually folds into the UFC and hypothetically KJ remains a contracted fighter with Zuffa, you think he'd be able to hold his own inside the octagon?
Do I think KJ will hold his own in the UFC?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, definitely, man. He's a tough guy, man. You think I hit hard? You should see this guy. He's tough. He's hard to take down. Guys don't think he has a ground game. I encourage some of your better wrestlers to come in and try to take him down. He's hard. He's tough, and he'll definitely put that knee to your chin if you do try to take him down. And if you do get him down, that guy, he's explosive, he's athletic, and he gets right back up, and he always fights his fight. He knows he knows what his game is, and he knows how people are going to try what people are going to do to him, and he's definitely ready for that. And that's definitely, me and him have a lot of the similar styles, and we trade a lot of techniques together. So definitely KJ would be a threat in UFC.
Okay, cool. I guess my last real question for you would be, give fans like a mini preview of how you think your fight's going to go down with Danny Downs on June 4th, the Ultimate Fighter 13 finale. What can we expect from Jeremy Stephens coming into this fight?
I'll just say that I will KO or TKO Danny Downs come June 4th. I'm going to be real aggressive. I'm going to put it on him, and I'm not going to stop, and I'm taking him out come June 4th.
Okay, perfect, Jeremy. Well, thank you very much for your time. Is there anything else you want to say that maybe I missed? Anything else you want to say?
Yeah, if you could, I know BJ Penn gets a lot of followers and stuff on Twitter and stuff like that. If you could help me out, get more followers, not necessarily looking to get the bonus, but I'm definitely looking to get more followers fan-wise, check me out at littleheathenmma.com, or, that's my website, or at littleheathenmma is my Twitter, so, check me out, I'm an exciting fighter, and I'm always progressing, and I just want to thank God and my family and my friends, and thank you guys for allowing me to do this interview. I know you guys get a lot of hits on the website and stuff, so I really appreciate you guys taking the time for me there. So, yeah, check me out June 4th. Danny Downs is going down.